Inspired by the true story of marine biologist Nan Hauser, who was protected by a humpback whale from a tiger shark near the Cook Islands in 2017, our story embarks on a journey of remarkable connections and heroic rescues within the natural world. It begins in a small coastal village where a young girl named Elaina harbors a deep love for the ocean and its inhabitants. She spent her days swimming in the crystal-clear waters, marveling at the beauty of the sea creatures that surrounded her, including dolphins and whales. As a small child, she had found a stranded starfish while walking along the beach with her father. Under his guidance, she gently carried it back to the water, her eyes wide with wonder as it slowly moved away through the waves. This moment sparked her lifelong passion for marine life. One fateful day, tragedy struck. A large ship passing by the village leaked a massive amount of oil into the ocean, polluting the waters and causing harm to the sea creatures Elaina loved so dearly. Heartbroken and determined to help, Elaina rushed to the shore, ignoring the villagers' pleas to stay safe. In her frantic efforts to urge a pod of dolphins to swim away from the contaminated waters, she slipped on the oil-slick rocks, sustaining a minor injury. Despite the pain, she persisted, driven by a fierce desire to make a difference. Seeing her determination and bravery, the villagers, including an old retired ship captain named Mr. Hawkins, gathered around Elaina, offering words of comfort and support. Mr. Hawkins, with hands weathered by years at sea and a deep knowledge of oceanic routes and maritime challenges, approached her. He spoke softly.
"In the darkest moments, our strength is tested, and it is then that we find the courage to create change."
His words resonated with Elaina, filling her with a newfound resolve. Under Mr. Hawkins' mentorship, Elaina learned both traditional seafaring skills and modern marine biology, strengthening her commitment to the ocean's welfare. Determined to make a difference, Elaina decided to pursue a career as a marine veterinarian specializing in the care and rehabilitation of marine animals. She worked tirelessly, using her skills to heal and protect the creatures of the sea. One sunny day near her hometown, Elaina boarded a research vessel for a special trip out to sea. As she observed the vibrant life beneath the waves, her attention was drawn to occasional signs of intrusion, bits of plastic adrift. This subtle menace, often mistaken for food by unsuspecting dolphins and whales, underscored the importance of her mission. In the midst of the journey, a fierce storm suddenly descended upon them, tossing the ship about like a toy in the angry sea. Desperate to stay afloat, Elaina clung to a piece of debris, hoping against hope for rescue. As hours passed, her strength began to wane. Just when she thought she couldn't hold on any longer, she heard a familiar, melodic sound cutting through the roar of the wind and waves. It was the hauntingly beautiful song of a humpback whale, a melody Elaina had once heard before. Years ago, she had encountered a distressed whale entangled in a fishing net. Despite the danger, she had bravely approached the creature, summoning all her strength and skill to free it. The whale had gazed at her with eyes that seemed to express gratitude and understanding before it disappeared into the depths of the ocean. Now, as Elaina struggled to stay afloat, that same whale had returned to repay her act of kindness. With a gentle nudge, the whale lifted Elaina onto its back, offering her a safe haven amidst the storm. As she felt the whale's immense strength and gentle nature beneath her, Elaina was reminded of the deep bond they shared and the interconnectedness of all living beings. As the whale carried her through the tumultuous sea, Elaina felt a profound sense of gratitude and awe. She realized that her actions had not only saved a life, but had also forged a deep and lasting connection with a magnificent creature. In that moment, Elaina knew that she was not alone, that the ocean and all its inhabitants were watching over her, guiding her safely home. Eventually, the storm subsided, and the whale gently guided Elaina back to the safety of the coast. Overwhelmed by emotions, Elaina knelt down and placed her hand on the whale's massive head, feeling a sense of reunion, as if she were hugging an old friend. The villagers watched in awe as Elaina and the humpback whale shared this touching moment. As Elaina stood up, the whale lingered for a moment, its eyes meeting hers with a profound sense of understanding and connection. With a gentle flick of its massive tail, the whale disappeared into the vast ocean. Filled with gratitude and determination, she felt a hand gently touch her shoulder. Turning around, she saw Mr. Hawkins, who had spoken to her a long time ago. His eyes were kind as he said,
"Elaina, your compassion and bravery have touched the hearts of many, including mine.
The voice seemed to echo in her heart.
Remember, the smallest act of kindness can create ripples of change that spread far and wide. You have the power to make a difference. Keep following your heart, for it will always lead you to where you are meant to be."
Elaina listened intently, regarding Mr. Hawkins' words with deep respect. She realized now more than ever that she was not only spared by fate but also entrusted with a greater purpose. Several months later, Elaina visited a local school to share her experiences. Before a room of eager students, she vividly described how a humpback whale had saved her during a storm, emphasizing the intelligence and distinct personality of the creature. As Elaina detailed the personalities and behaviors of marine life, her enthusiasm was infectious. The students responded with laughter and awe, clearly moved by the stories of deep-sea friendships and the whale's heroic actions. Through these moments, Elaina realized her ability to ignite a passion for marine conservation in young hearts, strengthening her own commitment to her life's work. After the school visit, Elaina walked back to the marina to clear her head and revisit the place where so many of her dreams had crystallized. As she strolled along the dock, she noticed something new. A small, unassuming plaque mounted on the pier. Curious, she approached and read the inscription. It said, "In honor of Elaina, whose dedication to marine life teaches us the strength of compassion and the power of an individual to inspire change." Tears welled up in her eyes as she touched the cold metal, feeling the weight of her community's recognition and the impact of her work. Overwhelmed by emotions, she looked out over the ocean, her heart filled with gratitude and resolve. With the warm support of her community behind her and the endless ocean ahead, Elaina realized that safeguarding these waters was not only about protecting the marine life she cherished, but also about ensuring a healthy ecosystem for generations to come. As the sun slipped beneath the horizon, painting the sky in gold and pink, a gentle breeze carried the scent of salt and wildflowers to her. In this sacred moment, surrounded by nature's embrace, Elaina felt the earth itself offering a silent promise of strength and support. Thank you for watching until the end. Please consider that adversity may lead to new opportunities, so keep your spirits up. If our motivational videos resonated with you, please subscribe to discover more. Explore our next story on the pop-up screen, based on true events, about how one man's lessons from a Zen master profoundly reshaped the perspectives of his people for centuries. Take care and stay inspired.